Hello folks, welcome to another round of Modern. We have Rudy Vargas playing Temur again versus Alex Gang on Boros Burn. It's going to be a quick one. Both of these decks are fast. Alex has been playing Burn for a little bit while now, and I think this is Rudy's first time playing Living End. This is round 3, they're both 2-0 at this point in time. We do 4 rounds every Monday at AlternateUniversesLive in Norristown, Pennsylvania. So if you're ever in that area, we definitely recommend coming by, playing Modern with us. We've got a good crowd, and yeah, we've got a lot of people who love Modern. And of course, we record it and stream it sometimes, usually. So, while we're waiting for everyone to set up here, how are you all doing? How are you all doing today? What are you playing in Modern right now?
Snakes win, but doubles also win. They get you there.
All great questions. Are you playing either one of these decks? Are you a Burn player? I think... I'm trying to remember if I've ever had Burn built. I did another video and talked about Living End, about how I had like 90% of it at one point in time, and I was missing small stuff. I think I own everything for Burn except for Eidolon of the Great Rebel. Maybe I'm missing... I might be missing like Lava Spikes or something like that. Something small.
Oh, he's just a donkey. Again?
Alright, Alex is mulling again. Going down pretty low here.
I might be sleeping on the couch tonight.
What's that?
I might be sleeping on the couch tonight.
Burn no longer featuring a companion. Let me tell you, one of the funniest things I read after Luris got banned. No, actually, I think it was Spike who said... No, Spike... Yeah, it was Aspiring Spike who tweeted it. And he was like, the Luris ban is the biggest buff to Burn, because Burn now gets a 15th sideboard card. I was like, okay, that's pretty good. Alright, so we're going to bottom deck some cards here, and we're going to lead on Inspiring Vantage into a Monastery Swiftspear attacking for 1. One of my favorite creatures in Magic. Probably my favorite... Ooh, where does it... Does it beat Ragavan? Ragavan's fun. I love the Prowess mechanic, and just 1 mana haste, 1/2, just feels so good. Doesn't die to Brennan 6. Doesn't die to Lava Dart. Kind of just get to poke your opponent. Alright, we're just going to shock in here, going to 17. A little bit of a bold play. Maybe his hand is like stacked with things to cycle and whatnot. Alex untaps and immediately just swings the Swiftspear at Rudy. Alright, then plays a Eidolon of the Great Rebel. I think this is like the only expensive card in Burn anymore now. Ooh, Rudy being very bold. We are cycling 2 Street Wraiths. That is 4 damage, my friend. That is a Boros charm you just did to yourself. However, if he's able to get the turn 3 Living End without taking terribly too much more damage, which I don't, I don't see not happening, or I don't see happening. Alex is going to be doing some damage in the next turn or 2. So here comes the Boros charm, dealing 4. Alex is going to take 2 from the Eidolon trigger, and then going to smack Rudy here for, I think, another 4. Right? Eidolon's at 2/2, isn't it? Yeah. I've played against Burn so many times. I've played it once or twice, but like I've played against it so many times. I should know that Eidolon's a 2/2. 2 mana 2/2. It does 2 damage. Lots of 2s. Alright, Rudy going down to 3 here. Is in range of just dying to Lightning Bolt. Not where we want to be. He's also in range of just dying to the Eidolon triggers, which I don't know if he's realized it yet. Going to fetch here. Going down to 2. We'll make it dead to Eidolon triggers. This is like the beauty of Burn, right? Like, this game here is why you play Burn. You just go fast. All right, I'm gonna punch you. We're gonna get this over with.
I know that's a lightning bolt. You're just making me hold it.
We'll get there.
Alex is kind of casually pointing at the Eidolon there, just to let him know, like, hey, don't forget this is here.
Attempt to cast.
Trigger, take 2.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
there's the take 2.
Oh, this is so bad.
Gonna give it a quick read, and that's gonna be game 1 going to
Oh
Alex.
shit, yeah.
Just a little too fast for Rudy there. Wait, quickly going into game 2. Rudy looks like he has a pre-game effect. That is a Leyline of Sanctity, folks, which means he has hexproof from his opponent.
You sure?
Yes.
Perfect.
A great effect to have when your opponent has a bunch of cards to say target opponent, target player, do damage. There's a Goblin God coming in, going to get the attacking in for 2, and then there will be a trigger. Rudy will reveal the top card of his deck. If it is a land card, he can put it into his hand.
Cool.
Not a land. It was a Curator of Mr. Ooh, that's not Curator, is it? No, that is Curator. What's the other one? There's another flying creature that I forget the name of. Alright, here's a Botanical Sanctum. The lands Rudy wants to see in this kind of matchup. Alex just keeps drawing all the spells that say target.
1, 2.
Good.
Draw.
Alright, we're gonna cycle a card here, draw, cycle another card, draw again. As an Architect's Will. I missed it. Did they do that? I don't. The guide trigger. I also like how the Goblin Guide keeps like sliding further and further into a interesting predicament. He just keeps pushing it like so aggressively. I love it, but it's kind of entertaining. All right, gonna cast an Eidolon here.
It's so good, ain't it?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that one's good.
Combat 2.
Attacks in for 2. Going to 12. Gonna trigger. He's gonna pick up a Grief.
Grief in it.
Well, he's gonna draw a Grief for turn, but
Turn, pass.
Yeah, good.
Evoke.
evoking Grief. Alex has second Eidolon.
I'm sorry.
I'll just
Oh,
take
okay.
the
We're
layers,
sliding.
the layers there.
It looked like second Eidolon, Boros Charm, not Electrolyze, Lightning Helix, and a Lava Spike.
You evoked it, so it's a trigger on the Eidolon, right? Or does it technically
No,
go
it's still 4 mana.
Okay.
Do I take stuff? If I have Leyline, do I still take damage from Eidolon?
Eidolon doesn't target, so it won't.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Just a quick clarification question on the Eidolon. I think they were asking if it hits the evoke elementals to do the 2 damage, and the answer is no. The Eidolon works off the CMC of the value of the card being played.
So I'll take 2, and you take 2 more.
I'll take 2 more.
I forgot Eidolon got a Secret Lair reprint.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, the Secret Lair one's kind of nice looking. And is basically the same price. Jesus.
Attempt to cast Charles Agent.
Yeah, whenever player casts a spell, convert a mana cost 3 or less. Does their reprint say mana value?
Cascade.
It does say mana value.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright, so we've got a Shroudless Agent into a living end here. Or what will be a living end. One day. I did like the Boros Charm play for the double strike. That's actually pretty sweet.
Understandable.
Do I have it?
We are digging.
Maybe I just don't. Maybe I
We are digging deep.
Are you holding the other 2?
Oh, God.
There it is.
I like how he keep the Street Wraiths in. Do you keep Street Wraiths in against Burn?
Take 2 more from the Eidolon.
I don't know if you do. I feel like that's like the easy cut, right? It has to be. I don't know when you're ever doing. Yeah, you probably could do like 1. I don't know. Just paying life for something against Burn just does not feel good. Alright, so we're just going to get to take another card here from Alex's hand. Can't, it's what? Lava Spike, the other deal 3 damage, sorcery, and Skullcrack, I think is the other one. Ah, yeah. Lava Spike, Skewer the Critics, and then Skullcrack.
Well, he's dead, right?
No, he came back.
Get me out! No way!
We have an Eidolon that came right back from the graveyard because it was
Never done that.
living ended. It was discarded by the grief, but
Worst. Effect.
Sure. Me or you?
You.
Sure.
we're just going to resolve his Architect's Will Trigger.
Are they good cards?
They're all very good.
Sweet. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. What am I doing against you? What's my plan against you?
Okay, so I guess this way.
Cool.
Coo.
And Stepple Fetch.
Right, Alex is going to fetch here real quick, getting a tap Sacred Country.
Value. No, that's
You were gonna draw the answer eventually.
we'll see.
All right, here's a fetch land. Here's a mountain.
Not quite a mountain.
Draws a Goblin Guide and passes the turn. We just has to not cast any 3 mana or less spells, and just start beating into the flyers, right? Yeah, because you can leave everything else out back to block. As long as Alex doesn't draw stuff to remove creatures, he should be okay.
Oh, that's your hand. Okay.
Yeah, this is my hand over here. I'm just playing reveal.
Can Skewer the Critics hit creature? I imagine it can, right? I feel like most burn spells can go into the board. They don't just go face.
Swing for 8?
Though I don't know if I've ever used Skewer besides, shooting my opponent for 3.
I will skewer the Architect's Will.
Well, that answers my question.
Swing.
I will attempt to block.
I could attack in here. There's a Goblin Guide trigger, but Alex is just going to scoop it up. Can't deal with the ley line of Sanctity here. So it's going to be 1-1 with Temur Living End taking game 2. We will be right into game 3. Here it is, game 3.
Yeah, I should be good.
It's always fun when I pre-cut it before I do the voice recording, because I forget sometimes. There's an Inspiring Vantage into Monastery's Whisper. Doing that 1 damage. I love prowess creatures. There is a Rest in Peace getting slammed down, and that might be the most impactful card
Shit, let's go.
against Living End. Attacking in for 2 because of prowess trigger on the non-creature spell.
This is bad.
Is there a way Living End beats Rest in Peace?
I'll take my win with
They
it.
don't. I don't think they play anything,
This
dude.
is not bueno.
It shatters enchantments. It's 3 or. They could no, because as Boom Bust is, or not Boom Bust. Yeah, Boom Bust. I think Boom Bust is red white, isn't it?
I don't have it. I don't have the out.
There has to be no. I was like, Prismari Command kills
Foundation Breaker?
artifacts.
Pass.
I wonder why Living End doesn't play Prismari Command. I guess because it's 3 mana. You just want to end the game.
I'll Boros Jam you.
Prismari Command could be cute. Like you just use it to shatter.
And then I'll swing 2 more.
Like Chalice of the Void. And just draw 2, discard 2.
Looking for an answer. Looking for an answer.
They do a lot more typing.
It's true, I apologize. Did I play land?
That's the one thing that's the worst card. I want the worst.
Yeah, he's playing that. I saw it.
I have 1 copy of it.
I don't. Foundation Breaker, maybe?
If you didn't.
If it's in
was
this.
it really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Maybe that was the answer you wanted.
It might have been.
I don't know if they play Foundation Breaker. If they could play Foundation Breaker, it should be a reason. It's a reasonable card to side. It pops Chalice. It's a 2/2. You could at worst play for 4 mana to pop something. Kills it. Urza Saga. Costs 2 mana to evoke. It's not bad. It kills Eidolon in this specific matchup, so you could just side it in anyways for the Eidolon, because you won't have to pay 2 for it. Yeah. Again, I don't know if Living End plays that. We actually did have someone play Living End at the our last 1K, and I still have the deck lists right here. Let's see if I can find it real quick.
I'd like to hear. Modern has a lot of hammer sideboard cards.
Oh, they have a Besieger. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. So 3 Foundation Breaker in the sideboard. And then a Force of Vigor. And then main board has a Besieger who endures. So there are ways to interact with it. But I don't know if if Kyle's list is exactly this one. I imagine it is. He usually just builds the stock list. Alright, Lightning Helix is being cast. We're going to force a negation it.
Badass.
Going force again on the second Lightning Helix.
That's pretty good.
That's true. I'll swing for 3.
Alright, so the force negations are supposed to be in Rudy's graveyard. I think he put them in exile accidentally instead. But oh, duh, there's a rest of these on the board. They're all exiled. The light bulb just dinged in my head. I mean, good job.
I'll cycle an Islet.
Alright, get a sack of Fire Islet. Draw here.
I'll cycle a Canyon.
2 sack a Inspire. No, Sunbake can't.
Vantage. I'll bolt.
Why can't I remember the name of the red one? I always forget the red one. What's the name? Sunbake Canyon?
1, 2. That's you.
Alright, there's a bolt into an attack. Putting Rudy to exactly 2.
Yes, sir. I am having a good time. I have 2 in hand.
Evoke.
Think fast. Bolt with lightning.
Alright, evoking a graveyard, taking the other lightning bolt.
What's that?
You got a lightning bolt.
Yeah. No, I'm for sure getting a
You sure you can take my Sacred Fountain?
You've put a great game.
Go
I think
ahead.
I'm just gonna concede.
Go ahead.
Sounds good.
Texan for one, sliding that Swift Spear.
Bounce the
Okay,
hand
just gonna
card. I will recast.
bounce it with the Colossal Sky Turtle. Gonna replay it.
1 life of value.
Going to play a Shardless Agent here. Going to resolve the Cascade effect. If only, I think, as a removal spell at this point.
Police.
I wish it was Rhonos.
Wait, it's just a deck. Living in. Oh, okay.
I always like with the Cascade decks. It's like, if you want a deck list, you can watch them cascade, and you have it right there. But
I just gotta hope he draws into nothing.
Dude, you have a 9-turn clock. I mean, there's possibility here.
How many lands do you play?
I play 20 lands.
Go ahead.
And I have seen 7 of them so far.
It's gross outside.
Attempt
Right,
lethal?
attacks and
Cool. Trade.
draw the Gobble Guide, attacks the Gobble Guide, trigger Gobble Guide,
Yeah, that's
kill the Shardless Agent, play land and go. I mean, Rudy is finding creatures. Just gonna hard cast the Endurance.
Attempt to.
Oh, me? Sure. Okay.
There's no graveyard to shuffle away.
Oh, it's exile. Okay, then just go, man. You win.
Off turn.
Go ahead.
Wait, what?
I have to pass to you, sir.
Going
This
to
one I have to pass to you.
pass.
It's the flavor kill.
It is.
Exactly.
Sure.
It's the flavor kill.
Cyclone a card.
I saw a late line, you know, I'm gonna gotta adapt, yeah.
Attacks with Endurance, and there's a deflecting palm to redirect the damage back at Rudy.
Yes.
What a what a beautiful way to have
Also
lethal.
doesn't target, so it's the ultimate
Deflecting
play.
palm's a wild
It
card.
gets around Sanctity. It's a plan for Titan.
Turtle to bounce the endurance bay.
No.
Alright, folks, Alex is going to take it 2-1 with Boros Burn over Temur Live Again. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.